y'all, Jeremy here. Welcome to the Wampadoo channel. And if you saw the title of this video, I was part of a viral event this weekend. I really didn't want to make this my next video. I'm in the middle of a big project. I have things, and if you stick around to the end of the video, I'll give you a little tease on what it is. If you notice, my wall behind me is in transition. I've taken stuff down. I'm in the middle of redesigning stuff, and I got a big project coming. So I wanted to sit there and post my unedited video of the event. I know I made the short video that went on TikTok. It went on Twitter, and that Twitter video was shared thousands of times, and it's nearing 1 million views right now. Yeah, that's surprised I'm a viral hit, or the people in front of me were. But I just wanted to give my perspective of the entire event. Now, I don't want to sit there and assign loyalty to either side. I want to stay an independent thinker. I'm an independent thinker. That's the way I want to think that I am. I have stuff that I agree with both sides. I have stuff that I disagree with both sides. And I think that's the best place to be, because then you don't get caught in an echo chamber. And but you know, there's things that Ken Casey said that I really agree with. And you know what? These guys that were involved, they had the right to do exactly what they did. You know, it's freedom of speech. And as he says in the video, it's kind of still a free country. So I want to give you the timeline. So I wanted to take my son to his first, real concert. Doors opened at 5:30. Gates opened at 5:30. The music started at 7. So we ended up going there at 5:30, right as the gates open. And I met 3 guys in the line wearing kilts, wearing Maga gear, and, struck up a conversation with them just to see what, what's going on. Why are you wearing this? Because if anybody knows Dropkick Murphys, they're not very Maga friendly. But, they had a plan. They saw one of the videos of him having Ken having a diatribe on stage. So they snuck in a Trump head cutout underneath the kilt. They were telling me all weekend, all night, as I was sitting here waiting for the concert to start, they like to be, Sorry about that. My mood lighting went out. I guess I don't have my glowing green anymore for the Dropkick Murphys anymore. But so I met these guys in the line, and they were telling me their plans on wanting to participate when Ken goes on to one of his speeches about politics. And do I agree with it? Do I not agree with it? Doesn't matter. I saw what was coming, and they were talking about wanting to be in the mosh pit, and I'm like, you guys are wearing Maga gear. I don't know. Are they going there to pick a fight? I don't know. Are they going there to have fun? Are they just feeling punk rock? That's what punk rock is. It's anti-establishment, anti-messaging, anti-whatever, So is it, to say if Maga is not punk rock, what are Maga guys doing at a punk rock show? Well, you know what? It's kind of anti-establishment. I don't know. That's for you guys to decide. Put it down in the comments what you think. I don't care. I'm not going to block anybody. You can say whatever you want. I don't believe in censorship. But there is some language in the video that's coming up. I might bleep it, I might not. So I wanted to go with my son. And I was surprised that I was able to get pit tickets. Now in the Clearwater venue, which is the Sound, it's the Baycare Sound, which is a fairly new venue. They have multiple levels of seating. Sometimes it has seats, sometimes it has the pit, sometimes it, the lawn in the back. For this show, it was the pit up front, which, pit, circles and mosh and all that other stuff. And then you have the general admission, which is right behind a fence, right behind us. So I kind of, with my 16-year-old son, I was kind of nervous a little bit. Am I getting him into a little too much there with the aggression up front? But it really wasn't very aggressive up there. There was a couple of circles going now and then, but not too bad. But because we went early, we were able to get a spot right up against the front barrier, right next to the security, right next to the stage. And for me as a dad, that's special. For me to take my son to his first concert, to be right there up against the fence, to be able to see it unobstructed, that's amazing. That's an amazing gift that I can give to my son. But as the concert went, alcohol started flowing. These guys started getting a little bit boisterous, and I could feel like a stunt was coming. So you know what? I had my phone with me. I knew something was going to come. I knew I was going to film. And then Ken gets into one of his speeches. And you know what? I'm going to put it right here.
I don't fucking hear any of them standing up to what's going on now. People wearing the fucking hats on the sides. Where are the punk bands? We got protest, that's alright. That's what makes America so actually great, that you guys can speak your mind. And I would never suggest the crowd fucking boo you or turn on you, because it's America. It's kind of a free country still. However, where the fuck are all the other punk bands? The reason we speak out, we don't care if we lose fans, because when history's said and done, we want it known that Dropkick Murphy stood with the people who stood with the workers. You agree to a friendly wager? He says sure, that's a good sport. Hey, he's fine, let him do what he's doing. It's all good. I don't want us to be seen, or any Dropkick Murphys. Now, if I showed up in a Kid Rock shirt, in a Biden shirt or whatever, I mean, we don't wear shirts because I don't worship a politician, but if I did, they'd probably all turn on me. And we don't want that for anyone. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. So this is the bet I want to propose to you. It's fun. Who doesn't like to gamble? I'm a degenerate gambler. Okay, here's the bet. We need an impossible. Band is willing to wager these fine. Well, first of all, do you support American workers? Yeah. Of course you do. Okay. So, do you support American businesses? Obviously. Okay. So, I don't know if you guys are bad. Don't get me wrong. All right, American made, sir. Could you both turn backwards? Don't worry. No one's gonna. He just needs to check your tags on your shirt and your hat. Just need to see what they made. No. The Maga shirt. Let's see what's there.
Nicaragua!
It's made in Nicaragua! So, he is a good sport. He's taking his shirt off. We're taking crime off the street. God bless your fucking heart. That's a good sport. You get one proudly made in America Dropkick Murphy shirt. Sir, you wearing all the dice on your hat. You gotta make America great again. You got the Elon Musk true Nazi version on here. Let's roll the dice. Let's see where it's made. Come on, man. Yeah, drum roll, please, man. It's got no tag, and you know what that means? It wasn't fucking made in America, I can tell you that. But we'll call it a draw, okay? And we'll give you the shirt, and hey, I appreciate you being good sports, and I will say, from the bottom of our hearts, we are the most anti-fucking MAGA band on earth, okay? But all opinions are welcome, because it's still America! This one's called Duck.
So as Ken said, it was a friendly wager. And you know what? The guys that were involved were good sports. They participated. The guy even took his shirt off, threw it on stage. The guy with the hat had a tag. If you look at the video, go back again, look at the video. It had a tag. It was a little bit of a, do I not want to get rid of my hat? I don't know. But both the guys participated. The band participated, and you know what? I think that's where good debate happens. Not everybody can agree. And as he said, it's still kind of a free country, and it's America. Everybody has the right to speak. And you know what? I think we should be doing a lot more of that instead of throwing labels on people. Well, you know, Ken did it. Ken did it when he pointed out the hat. He used one of those divisive words, and there's a divisive word on one of the shirts, you know, the shirts that they gave to the guys. You know, one was the tour shirt, another one was the Ukraine shirt, and another one, well, I'll put it right here. I might blank it out, but I think you'll understand what it is. Yeah. Now, the guys did disappear throughout the night. Two of the guys, the older gentleman and the guy that swapped out the shirt, rumor has it, through the internet, I don't know, I can't verify it even though I was there. Rumor has it, the guys went into the mosh pit and crowd, you know, kind of roughed him up and he had to be taken away. But, you know, I don't know. Do I believe in violence? I do not believe in violence. I'm a short guy. If I can negotiate with my words, I'm going to negotiate with my words. I don't, you know, I'm short. So, you know, I'm always at a disadvantage, I feel. So, I deal with my words. But again, like throughout all of this, did I want to be part of this? Do I want to sit there and make it look like I'm part of one side or the other? Am I supporting, you know, Ken's voice by saying, you know, by posting it? Because I'll say this, 75% of the comments that I'm seeing around the internet in the last 2 days are pro Dropkick Murphys and, you know, calling these guys, every word in the book, calling for violence, which, you know, come on, guys, don't do that. These are just guys going to a concert. They wanted to be doing a dumb stunt. And did they learn their lesson? Maybe they did. I don't know. But they got out of it what they wanted to. They got their 15 minutes. And, you know, maybe part of it is, you know, it's all over the internet. It'll probably be gone in the next day or two. You know, people will forget all about it. But, you know, then again, it's St. Patrick's Day. Guess which band has always played at St. Patrick's Day? And, you know, guess who comes around every year? You know, I'll still go see them. You know, do I agree 100% with their politics? No. Do I agree with 100% of the other guys' politics? No. I am an independent thinker. I think some is right, some is wrong on both sides. I do not like the red-blue paradigm. I don't think the world's a seesaw, where if one side's up, the other side's down, you know. I think both sides can be wrong at the same time. Both sides can be right at the same time. And when you think of something independently, that's the way. There's a good chunk of us in the United States that think that way. But, you know, press will tell you otherwise. Social media will tell you otherwise. I try to look at everything like a chess game. If you try to predict what other side is going to happen, it's about strategy. But if you only watch one side of that chess player, if you all of a sudden they'll take your queen and you get, oh my God, I'm shocked, I'm offended, I'm angry, I'm scared, I want to fight. Oh, look at what that person did. I don't believe in any of that. You know, I like to predict. I like the strategy. I like philosophy. That's why this administration, I'm trying to stay as neutral as possible, because I went through hell over the last 2 years, losing the house with the hurricane, losing my male influences. All I want to do is move forward and look for something to do moving forward. And so I did tease it at the beginning. What am I going to be doing moving forward? Yep. That's part of why the wall behind me has changed. If you subscribe, if you watch, you can watch me work on my next big project. This whole channel started with me making this guy. And he's right there. So if you notice, there's a new whole white wall, because when I went to go film my still walking video, this wall that I usually use to do my videos, it's not big enough. You get to see everything behind the wall, and I wanted to give it a better presentation. If I'm going to be up at 8 foot tall and stilts, well, 7.5, I want to make it to where you can see what's going on. At the same time, I can teach you guys. But my first project is going to be, drumroll, the Wampa arm. The Wampa arm is already sculpted in 3D. I think the Wampa arm is you can do anything with the Wampa arm. You can hang it up on the wall as a piece of taxidermy, which I probably will do with this wall, and replace the head, put the head on the body, and have a new arm up here. You can also go to a convention, just wear the crew shirt, the blue Columbia, that Columbia does it now. They do have the Empire Strikes Back Finland crew jacket, and walk around with the Wampa arm on a stick and swing it around at costumers at a convention. I think that would be fun. That way I don't have to wear the full costume and have to be in stilts and put my knee at risk. But I think it's eventually going to come down to building a second Wampa for this channel. It might take a while. It might take all year. It's going to be little bits at a time. I have stuff 3D sculpted. I just want to get proof of concept. I want to be able to work it out in my head first and have everything ready so I can present it on camera. But I will be printing the hand first. I will be doing some of that first, because even if it's just the Wampa arm, I'm fine with that. That's going to be my first project of working on the new costume, stilt walking. That's going to be the first video. I need to be able to be up in stilts. That's looking to be a 3-part series. One is going to be just getting over the mental side of it, being able to stand up, being able to think how to adapt to your surroundings. Second is going to be actually walking around and navigating around things. Third is doing it in costume. So look for a 3-part stilt walking video coming soon. I would say probably within the next few weeks. But then again, I'm going to start building, and that's what this channel is supposed to be. This channel is supposed to be about building and creating stuff, not politics. I do not want this channel to be about politics. I don't mind philosophy. I really don't. I really don't mind the philosophy of dealing with things that you're stressed with and overcoming issues. And, you know, if there's anything about this current political climate, that's a big part of it. That's why I'm more worried about everybody's mental health than I am, you know, laws being passed or anything else. I'm concerned about mental health because I struggled a lot over the last 2 years with death and injury and hurricanes. And I'd rather try to think positive, try to think, put my mind in a good place, and try not to focus on what's happening that may or may not affect me and what I don't have control over. What I have control over is what happens here, what happens with this channel, what happens with me doing stuff that makes my sanity sane. Does that make sense? So with that, big stuff is coming. And I want to say thank you. If you like the video, if you want to subscribe, if you want to see the upcoming project that I'm working on, subscribe. What's the worst that can happen? You see something fun being built. Might not be crazy politics and overseeing, you know, crazy Maga guys arguing with a quality band. But you know what? I'll be there again next year if they come around for St. Patrick's Day again. And with that, have a good St. Patrick's Day. Drive safe, be safe, don't drink too much, and see ya. Let's go big this year.